afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Film My Run on Zwift. My name is Stephen Cousins and we are broadcasting live on Facebook and on YouTube. While we're getting everything ready, it would be absolutely awesome if you could go and subscribe to the Film My Run YouTube channel and also the Zwift Live YouTube channel. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/filmmyrun and also Twitter at filmmyrun, and the website is www.filmmyrun.com. It's very nearly time, so sit back, relax, don't forget to drop me a ride on and watch me do all the hard work.
My buttons aren't working. Good morning. No, it's not morning. Afternoon, evening. It feels like morning because I've just got out of bed. I am not a well man. I've stuffed myself full of painkillers and I'm going to do the best I can. Sarah says, I can't believe you're running. Well, neither can I, to be honest. Excuse me. I nearly sacked it off. And I'll see how long I last. Welcome along, everybody. There's loads of people in the chat. Amy, Tina, Michael Hasser, James Hodge, Yoko, Sebastian, Jonathan Perkin, Paul Hayward, Lee Walker, Sarah Jacobson, and many more that have gone off the end. Laurie Paulson, hello Laurie. We are running in London. Jackie Ramos is with us. Again, I've forgotten to have my yellow beacon on my head. Tina says, Stephen, go back to bed. Let's see how long I last, okay? Let's see how long I last. I didn't want to let you guys down. And it's the first one of the series of these long runs. It is just a social. It is just, let's just relax. We're going at 9 kph. There's no pressure on anybody. Sarah says, this is a disaster. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Look, what could be better? We're running through London. It's pouring. Oh, it was pouring with rain. It's not anymore. Neil Messenger, hello, buddy. How are you? Look, we've done 3 minutes already. 2 minutes. So, I also need to set up Wi-Fi on my computer. I've still not sorted this out. Why is it that when I turn my computer on these days, it doesn't automatically connect to Wi-Fi? I don't understand it. It used to, and now I have to do it manually every time. Or my Zwift companion app doesn't connect. Chris Nolan says, feel better soon, Stephen. I'm sure I will. It'll just be a few days, a week at the most, and I'll be back on full form again. I'm so pleased that we've got such a good crowd, and I didn't want to just back out and, it's not that hard. It's just a little run, a little social run, and we can all enjoy it and get the first one done. I know that, Tina, are you doing some intervals in the middle? I think Tina's doing an interval session in the middle of this. I've got a flask of coffee. I've got some chocolate to keep the energy levels up. So Tina is doing 8 times 20-second strides in 5 minutes. Should we do that? Sarah says, do you still have a fever? Well, not really. It's not. I've never had a massive fever. I do feel hot and cold, but it's not that. It's not really bad. It's just headache, cough, and general being run down. Don't say man flu. Don't do what? Chris Nolan says it's a shame that the runners don't have that coffee break button that the cyclists do. Steve Milne is with us as well. John Farrell is there. Hi, guys. Nice to see you. Carol Rushworth just up there as well. So we're going to do this every Friday. And it's going to be an hour and a half every week. So no, the last 2 years, we've done like an increasing run, which has started at 1 hour. And every week we added 5 minutes. And I thought this time we'll just stick it at one time span of 90 minutes. You don't have to do it all. You can just do it, half of it, an hour, 40 minutes, whatever you want. Yeah, no, I won't do the strides, Sarah. Good idea. Laurie says she's recovering from a hard team time trial last night. Body super tired this morning. Of course, it is morning for Laurie over there in Washington State. So good morning to you, Laurie, and just take it nice and easy like me today. Nice, super slow, super relaxed through the streets of London. Paul Hayward is doing 9k for 9k for 9,000 kilometres. What does that mean? 9k for 9,000 kilometres? Oh no! Lisa McNally, hello Lisa. She says, I was ready on the treadmill but then found it's not working properly, missing out. No. Lisa, why is it that's not working? Is some connection? Oh, wow. Okay, Paul Hayward has only got 9 kilometres to run before he hits 9,000 total on Zwift. Now, my camera's a bit blurred. There we go. That's the way to get it back in focus. Yeah, Carol just confirming that's 9,000 kilometres is the number of kilometres that Paul Hayward has done on Zwift once he completes 9k today. Fantastic work, Paul. Good job. Lee Walker wants to, if anybody's got any problems, any tech issues, they can come to me and ask. Because, blimey, was that somebody speeding past at a ridiculous pace? I've got my jumper on. I might need to take that off shortly as well. That was ridiculous, wasn't it? Right, Lisa says, jogging along and then Zwift suddenly thinks I'm doing 4-minute mile pace. So yeah, something up with your foot pod there, Lisa. I think what I might do is I might take regular little standing breaks on the side of the treadmill, have a drink, and then start up again before the 1 minute is up on my treadmill. What's everyone got planned this weekend? I really hope I can do parkrun tomorrow, but we'll see what happens. Right, somebody is doing something very strange, appearing, whizzing off at a million miles an hour, and then appearing again. It is somebody in this run. It might be Lisa. Yeah, Jonathan says, anyone got any nice plans for the weekend? 30-kilometre long run for him tomorrow. Good luck with that, Jonathan. 30 kilometres is about just under 19 miles, 18 and a half miles for Jonathan Perkin tomorrow. Tina's about to start her reps. Good luck, Tina. Enjoy. I've got strict instructions not to do it. Sebastian's going to do it, I think. Sarah says, perhaps just rest, Stephen. Just rest. Yeah. Oh, right. Okay. Lisa's got the run sensor. She says it's lost its marbles. So I think that is Lisa, who keeps appearing and then whizzing off at 100 miles an hour and then reappearing. Yeah, it is a bit flaky, Lisa. She says, like me. The run sensor, sometimes it can be absolutely awesome, and other times it just goes mad and it's a bit weird. And I've never quite trusted it, I have to admit. So is anybody else doing parkrun tomorrow? Tina, are you going to do parkrun in the morning? Jonathan has got his long run. Next week I will have the yellow beacon so I can chat to you properly in game. So Tina and Seb are off on their interval session. Steve Milne, Carol Rushworth, Neil Messenger, Paul Hayward, Jackie Ramos, Jonathan Perkin, Overburst, Yoko Wada, John Farrell, all running with us today. Great to have you on board, guys, as usual. Neil Messenger is in Kings Lynn tomorrow for parkrun. Jonathan's day tomorrow consists of running to parkrun, doing parkrun at a decent effort, and then a long, slow recovery run back along the North Downs. And that is a nice mix of running, yes. So that's how Jonathan's going to get his 19, 18-ish miles in tomorrow. And we are approaching 2 kilometres already. Yeah, it was just, I don't know why, when I set up the runs, I didn't put myself as the run leader. Very strange omission. I'll sort that out for next week. If you are running the London Marathon this year, or any year, which I am this year, this tunnel means you are about 3 miles from home, less than 3 miles from home. Carol will not be getting up for parkrun tomorrow. She'll run parkrun in her dream while she's still fast asleep and cosy in her bed. Sounds like a very sensible plan. Overburst says, my Soul F63 is not connecting every time. Overburst says, will I recommend him a new treadmill? Of course I will. And you know what I'm going to say, although I don't know if you can get it over in Norway. The Noble, go and get the Noble Pro, Overburst. I mean, I would have recommended the Soul, is it 85? The Soul F85. But if you're already having problems with the sole treadmills, then it's probably not a good idea. Hello to Marcus Begland. Hello to Hella Grosser. Steve Main. Theo Heldon is running with us. Ricardo Tavares is running with us from Portugal. Hi, guys. Jonathan's got a Soul F63. He says it's rock solid, never have any connection issues. Steve Milne says he's running slowly as he's trying to get back some fitness. You both, Steve. Yeah, make sure, Nils, make sure that you have updated to the very latest firmware on your treadmill. Paul Hayward's got a Soul treadmill as well, and he says it's perfect. Right, it is getting warm in here. Sarah Jacobson says whenever her treadmill dies, eventually, she'll be getting a Soul. She needs a direct connection to Zwift. Yeah, I know. It is a game changer. Just no more worrying about whether your foot pod is going to connect or not. No more getting annoyed that it's not matching the speed on your treadmill. I mean, accuracy is another issue entirely. But just having it, you know, say 9 kilometers on the treadmill here and 9 kilometers in Zwift, it's so satisfying. You know, even with the Stride, which is the best alternative we have, it doesn't match. Laurie says she's discovered that her Xterra treadmill stopped after 1 hour 40 minutes and she has to restart it. Yeah, very common with a lot of treadmills that they reset themselves or they completely stop after either an hour or 90 minutes, or in Laurie's case, 1 hour 40 minutes. She says otherwise it's perfect. Sarah says, I'm convinced though that all treadmills have different speed calibration. Well, they're certainly not all the same, yeah. But I think the rule of thumb, as with a lot of things, is the more money you pay, the more likely you are to get a machine which is well calibrated and stays well calibrated throughout its life. You know, the cheaper treadmills just got weaker motors, not the deck or the belt isn't as strong, the torque isn't as good, and over time they are worse and worse. The more money you spend, the more reliable, the more robust, the stronger the machine is. Carol says, my Star Trek treadmill does 99 minutes. Theo's does 99 minutes. Paul Hayward says, Sarah, get a Soul TT8 and you can run downhill. Almost like lying down on your couch. Nothing is as much like lying down on a couch to Sarah as lying down on a couch. Chris Nolan has bought into the stride duo idea. 2 strides, 1 on each foot. He says he likes it, but interestingly, he's finding it reading him faster than his treadmill reads, which is not normal, isn't it? Because normally the stride foot pod reads slower than your treadmill, as a general rule of thumb. 3 kilometers done, an hour and 10 minutes remaining of our medium long run here as part of our Brighton Marathon Training sessions. This is the first of our medium long runs, and we're going to do this every Friday. And you can come and join us for the whole thing, or half of it, 40 minutes, an hour, whatever you want, whatever fulfills your need in your training session for whatever race you're doing. You don't have to be doing the Brighton Marathon. You can be doing any race, 5k, 10k, half marathon, any spring marathon. We are aiming towards getting fit for spring. So March and April really. So the goal is to get us fit and ready to run our race, whatever it might be, in April. Jeff Partridge is on. Hello, Jeff. Good evening to you. Oh, Sarah Jacobson's treadmill has a decline. That is a feature that I have never experienced on a treadmill. Never had a treadmill with decline. So we're running along the embankment. Running along the embankment in London. And again, if you're running the London Marathon, you are now about 1.5 miles from home. 2 miles at the most. Laurie says she's training for a 12-hour run in March and a 25k in April. So this will be perfect for that, Laurie. Lee Walker's treadmill is on a permanent decline because his garage is on a slope. Have you ever thought of putting blocks underneath it to level it up at all, Lee? Jeff Partridge has been for his pre-race haircut. Jeff doesn't have to wait until March or April for his race. He has a race next week. A week on Sunday is when Jeff Partridge starts the Spine 268 miles over the Pennine Way here in the UK. Arguably the toughest single stage race in the world. Certainly one of the toughest single stage races in the world. But Jeff does have a race in April. He's got the South Downs Way 50, which starts right here in my hometown of Worthing. Worthing here is about halfway along the South Downs Way, so perfect to do a 50 miler from here to the end of the South Downs Way in Eastbourne. Tina and Seb are still doing their interval session. Jonathan Perkin will also be at the South Downs Way 50. So it'll be nice to see those guys in April. Looking forward to that. Unless it's the same weekend. No, it can't be the same weekend as London, can it? Chris Nolan is doing a 5k on the 9th of June in his local town in Victoria, Australia. Good luck with that, Chris. So yeah, he's training for that. Certainly the interval sessions on a Wednesday will help you with that, Chris. Right, in 5 minutes, I'm going to jump off the treadmill, open the doors, and have a sip of coffee, and possibly a square of chocolate. 5 minutes time. Got to do all that in 1 minute, in less than 1 minute before the treadmill automatically stops. Everyone feeling okay 25 minutes in? Question mark? Paul, let us know when you hit 9,000 kilometers. I think he's got about 5k to go. All good in Germany, says Seb. We're great up here, says Tina. Steve Main says he's feeling great. So far, so good, says Paul. Yoko is okay. Everything okay for Jackie. Well done, guys. Right. Even though I am ill, even though I'm very, very sick, Sarah Jacobson is not letting me off. She says, so you're cheating for a coffee break. That's what you're telling us. Like, you can't wait. You can't get anything out of this woman. 4k done. 3 minutes until I start cheating on Zwift. Tiago says everything's okay with him. He's a bit of a late join. He's only on about a mile. Well done, Tiago. Keep it going. Literally no sympathy from Sarah Jacobson. Mind you, at least she's here. Where on earth is Marcus? See, Marcus is he's probably got some rubbish excuse like he's working or something. Sarah, did you actually complete connections today? Because I didn't. I failed. I had all my wrong guesses at the end. Just couldn't get the last one. Tina's actually been on the beach today. The sun has come out. It hasn't been sunny here at all, Tina. She says the sun has come out where she is. Tiago's been having connection problems, which is why he was a late join. No worries. We have just gone through Trafalgar Square. And I think we are heading to Horse Guards Parade, are we? I can't remember where we go now. All right, Sarah hasn't done connections yet. She's still got 2 guesses to go. Yeah, I had 2 guesses, and I guessed them both wrong. Flunked out. Jonathan Perkin has completed connections, but he has left the last set unchecked as he wants to figure it out. Yeah, do you know what? I often do that as well. I like to get all 4 of them, even though you could just press the last one without knowing what it is. It's nice to know, isn't it? Beforehand. Right. We are nearly half an hour in here, and it is pouring with rain in London as we're going to run past the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier and 10 Downing Street, or Downing Street anyway. Sarah says she's got to hop off for an appointment, but she says, great running, everyone except Stephen, who should be in bed. I think I am sweating the illness out of me. Yeah, bad weather, says Tiago. Yeah, I'm sweating the virus away, is what I'm doing. I think I'm actually drenched at the moment. Okay, time to hop off and open the doors, I think. 1 hour done. Or 1 hour to go, rather. One bit of chocolate and coffee. Jeff Partridge wants to know if anyone's watching Traitors. It's a UK reality game show called Traitors. I'm sure you've probably got it in the States as well. Excuse me, I'm spitting chocolate everywhere. I haven't been watching it, Jeff. I don't know if anyone else has. Chris Nolan says it's 5:28 here in Victoria, and it's currently 27 degrees Celsius. I woke up and couldn't fall back to sleep, so here I am. Tina, don't judge me. She says, chocolate, Stephen. Don't judge me. I'm doing my best. I'm here, aren't I? If I'm going to run for 90 minutes, sick as I am, I'm going to enjoy myself. So I'm having chocolate and coffee. So Jeff didn't watch the first series of Traitors, but the rest of his family did. So basically, it's the same as what happens to me, is I get dragged into watching stuff that I wouldn't normally watch, because the rest of my family are watching it. Yeah, raining, and Jonathan says, yeah, authentic weather for London. Indeed it is. Neil Messenger says, is Victoria joining us for the Brighton Marathon? Yes, Victoria will be there for Brighton Marathon. As one might expect, because Jeff Partridge and Tina Beard are complete opposites. Tina Beard has tried watching Traitors. She says no. She doesn't like it. But Carol Rushworth does like Traitors, so Carol is watching Traitors. Hello, Mike. 30-something Mike is on. If you're not subscribed to 30-something Mike's YouTube channel, go and do it. Because Mike does great videos. I really love Mike's videos. And quite rightly, he points out that I am a hero for doing this, when I should, by all accounts, and by all rights, be tucked up in bed, trying to recover from this terrible affliction of man flu that I have. 5k done, and I'm still running. I am a hero. Mike has got it absolutely right. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate it. Because I don't want to point that out to other people. You know me, I'm a humble guy. I don't like to talk about myself. I don't like to kind of, ring my own bell or blow my own trumpet, whatever you want to say. I keep myself to myself. I'm quiet. I'm a bit shy. And I don't like to say these things, but now that somebody else has said it, I am a hero for doing this tonight. Right, Chris Nolan says, Traitors is everywhere. He says he knows that the United States has one, as does Australia and Canada. He also says, I saw The Mole was brought back by Netflix. The Mole, oh yeah. I vaguely remember The Mole. Isn't that basically the same as Traitors? It's like one person or something. Traitors has more than one person, doesn't it, that are working against the team? Whereas the mole is like just one person who is the mole in the group. I think. I haven't watched any of these programs. I don't know what on earth I'm talking about. As usual, many of you will say. Coming up to 35 minutes done. The doors are open, so I can feel a bit of a cooler breeze coming in behind me, but my jumper is still on for the time being. Let's see if we can go another 25 minutes with the jumper on before it comes off. Oh, okay, right, it says, Chris Nolan says the mole only has one person who is the mole. But you, as the viewer, do not know who the mole is, as the players are trying to work it out. Okay, but in Traitors, we do know who the traitors are, and the players don't. Is that correct? I think. Rest assured, it will not be only me broadcasting this medium long run every Friday. We will have, hopefully, some guest appearances on the live broadcast. Namely, hopefully, Sarah Jacobson and Marcus Holmes. Hopefully, Victoria might lead one as well. Basically, just so I get out of the hard work every so often. Steve Millen is done. Thanks, Steve. Take care, buddy. So Steve's joined us for 5K. He's off. He's done. Well done, Steve. Joining Steve. Yeah, remember, you do not have to do the whole thing. 90 minutes every Friday. But you can come for an hour, half an hour, 15 minutes if you want to, or the full 90. It is a social, it is an easy run, it is miles under the belt. Time on feet is what we want. Time on feet. Getting that base fitness for your race in April. Neil Messenger says, at the end of the 90 minutes, how many miles would we have done? Well, of course, Neil, it depends how fast you're going. Well, I'm going at 9 kph. So if I stay at 9 kph for 90 minutes, so in an hour we'd do 9, and in an hour and a half we'd have done 13 and a half kilometres. 13 and a half kilometres is about 8 miles. So about 8 miles for me by the end of this run. But of course, you know, you might want to go faster.
It's so easy to get set up with Zwift Running. Here's what you need. Firstly, access to a treadmill. It could be at home or at the gym, but any treadmill will work with Zwift. To get you moving in game, we need a speed source. Traditionally, we use a foot pod like the Zwift Pod or the Stride, but you can also use the Run Smart treadmill sensor, your Apple Watch, one of the newer Garmin watches, the TSS app, and if you have a smart treadmill, your treadmill will connect directly to Zwift without the need for another device. Now simply download the Zwift app onto a Mac, a PC, an iPhone, an iPad, an Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. Finally, pair your speed source in the app. Pairing heart rate from your watch or a chest strap is also a great addition to Zwift. And that's it. You're all set up for solo runs, solo or group workouts, challenges and real-time racing on Zwift with people from all over the world.
Just in case you're new to Zwift and didn't know what on earth was going on, that's how you can join us on Zwift. 6k done. In 4 minutes, I'm going to stop again and have another sip of my coffee. Hey Google, what is 13.5 kilometres in miles? Right, so if you do 13.5 kilometres today, that'll be 8.4 miles, so just under 8.5 miles.
Ride on!
Thanks, Jenny, for the ride on. Yeah, as Seb says, the new Garmin watches you showed are now a bit old. I do need to update that, don't I? There's quite a lot of things I need to update, like this as well, look.
Thanks for giving my dad a ride on!
But that's about 4 years ago. Maybe even older than that. Hi, Mike. He says, thanks all, have a great weekend. And get well, Stephen. Thanks, Mike. Mike, were you in the run with us? Or were you just watching? Tina says it's all old, Sebastian. He needs to update. Yes, I know. Everything's old. I need to sort it all out. One day, I'll spend some time going through them all and updating them all. What are you saying about my technical prowess? Question mark. Halfway through our first Friday session. Full stop. Hope you are all okay. Okay, Tina has looked it up and she says, I last changed the music on November the 22nd, 2022. So it is, I thought it was about 3 years ago, but Tina has looked it up and it was about a year and 3 months ago. 2 months ago, 1 month ago. I still think it's time for another change. Right, coffee time. Thought I was about to throw up. Sorry about that. I hope I didn't frighten you. That was really bad for a second. Jonathan says, keep the cadence song though. Yeah, we all like that. That's our favourite song that we've ever had on this channel. Everyone loves it. So yeah, we will keep that. Okay. Yeah, I just swallowed my coffee then and suddenly massively felt like I was going to throw up. And it just lasted about 30 seconds and then it went away. Tina says, time to stop? Perhaps, Stephen? Let's get to an hour. I'll get to an hour and I'll see how I am. I mean, I feel all right again now. It was just for a few seconds. Just then, it was a bit weird, but I'm all right again now. Is Amy Green still with us? Amy, are you all right? Are you still there? I can't see her on my screen. Sebastian says Amy is ahead of us. Okay, so Tina and Seb are about a minute and a half ahead of me, and apparently Amy is ahead of them, so I think Amy must be going at 10 kph. The twins, Sebastian and Tina, the twins as we call them, yeah. Lee Walker is going to speed up a little bit when he gets to 10k. So in about 10 minutes time, Lee's going to speed up a little bit. Steve Main's heart rate is 136. Sebastian's heart rate 142. Tina's heart rate 132. My heart rate 123. But then I haven't been doing strides. Theo Heldorn's heart rate 118. Nice one, Theo. Paul Hayward's heart rate 116. Nice and comfortable, guys. This is a base fitness run. So unless you are deliberately doing something else, should be low heart rate. keep your heart rate in zone 1 or zone 2 if you can. Jonathan says, Garmin keeps tagging my easy efforts as tempo and messing up my training status, so making sure I keep it super easy for today. Yeah, super easy. It's worth double checking your heart rate zones, Jonathan, making sure your max heart rate is correct. So be confident that your max heart rate is set correctly in Zwift and in Garmin. And I think Garmin will allow you to use HRV. Sorry, not HRV, HRR. So it will, not only does it take into account your max heart rate when setting up your zones, but also your resting heart rate. So, and that is a more accurate figure for determining your zones. So just make sure that's all set up correctly. And then when you do these runs, just make sure you're in zones 1 and 2. And you're all good. Eight minutes till my next sip of coffee. 8 minutes. Let's see if I can keep it down this time without feeling like I'm going to chuck it up everywhere. Oh look, I'm all on my own at the back. Yeah, good idea, Tina. Tina uses HRR zones, which is called heart rate reserve, by the way. So if you're interested, go and do some research on heart rate reserve, which is calculating your heart rate zones by not only measuring your max heart rate, but also your resting heart rate. Jonathan says, yeah, I think it's correct. It's just when I run quicker at the track, but heart rate is still in zone 2. Neil's heart rate is 124. Nice one, Neil. That's a good heart rate. Oh, sorry. Tina's just pointed out that I'm an idiot. Because the reason I've fallen behind is because for some reason I was running at 8.9 and not 9. Thank you, Paul Hayward, for pointing that out. And Sebastian, yes, I've just noticed. Thank you very much. I must have accidentally knocked it. Let's go up to 9.2 just to catch up to the back of these guys. So 8 kilometers in. Well done, everybody. Keep it going. Good work. James Hodge is still there. Yeah, James, I can see you. Well done. James is about 20 seconds back, but he's just hit 8k, so he's just behind. I've just sped up a tiny little bit just to catch up with the pack, which Jackie Ramos is leading at the moment. Carol Rushworth is about 20 seconds ahead of us. Michael Hasser is about 40 seconds ahead. Theo Heldorn is 1.5 minutes up with Tina and Sebastian. Yoko is about 40 seconds back. John Farrell is 10 minutes behind, taking it nice and easy. And Laurie is about 15 minutes back, also taking it nice and easy, super easy. for Laurie today because she's absolutely shattered after her bike time trial yesterday. Fantastic work, Laurie, well done. And well done, John, good work. It'd be great if as many of you as possible can join us on a Friday for this session, because they always work better and they always feel better when we have a group kind of chivvying each other along, supporting each other and helping each other out, especially, when times are tough, when we're not feeling 100%. We need you guys. There's no way I would have gone out for a run if you guys hadn't been here today. And I am glad I'm running, to be honest. I will be, when I've finished this run, I'll be pleased that I did it. So that's what it's all about. I'm sure I'll be fine. It's only a little bit of cold. I'm not going to die of a little bit of cold. And I'm sure once I've finished this, I'll be fine. So thank you for getting me out running. Let's just keep supporting each other, encouraging each other, and motivating each other throughout the next 4 months to get to our race in April. Jonathan says, this tune always reminds me of the Layla riff. I can't hear it strongly enough. It's not loud enough for me. Oh yeah, no, I know it. So just trying to catch up to the back of Jonathan and Paul Hayward. And then I'll slow down back to 9 again. Okay, back down to 9. Back with the pack. I much prefer running in the summer, but I'm much faster in the winter. James says, unfortunately, I'm not allowed to run for the next few weeks, but I'll be back after that. No problem, James. He hasn't told us why he's not allowed to run, as his wife told him he can't run on a Friday night. Right, 1 minute and I'm going to jump off the treadmill again and have another sip of coffee. Keep your eyes on me. Make sure I don't throw up everywhere. Steve Main says, yeah, I prefer running in the cold as well. Well, the thing is, I prefer running in the summer. It's not, I love the scenery, the warm weather, but I am better running in the winter in terms of speed, in terms of being able to maintain a fast pace. 1 hour completed. Well done, everybody. Let's keep it going for 30 more minutes. Paul Hayward's got 2 minutes to go before he hits 9K. Right. Let's have a look at this coffee, see if I can drink some. Fine that time. Chocolate. Amy Green says Paul is almost at 9,000. Amy checked hers earlier. She's just done just over 7,000. Well done, Amy Green. 7,000. Steve Main almost at 8,500 kilometres. Tina is at 5,827 kilometres. Well done, everybody. Great work. Not sure what I'm on. 12,000, maybe, something like that. Hang on. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, 12,115. Paul Hayward points out that some of those 12,000 kilometres was drinking coffee. This is true, Paul. Jeff Partridge is also on 7,000 kilometres. Well done, Jeff. James Hodge, he said earlier that he's not allowed to run for the next few weeks. And the reason is quite interesting, actually. He says he's not allowed to sweat on a new tattoo, which I did not know. So there you go. If you get a new tattoo, you can't sweat on it. Does the ink run? If it's before it's dry. Right, by my count, that is 9,000 kilometres done for Paul Hayward. Well done, Paul. Congratulations.
No, you didn't.
Yes, he did. Oh, yes, he did. 9,000 kilometres up for Paul Hayward. Well done, Paul. Nice one, Paul. Laurie says, awesome, Paul. Congratulations. And loads of people in-game are saying, well done, Paul. Yoko says, great, Paul. Tina says, well, Stephen, that wasn't over the top at all. Now we'll all expect that. Well, you'll all get it as well. If you let me know when you're coming up to a milestone on Zwift, you deserve some congratulations. So well done, Paul, and well done everybody else who's hit or is about to hit a milestone on Zwift. Fantastic work. Of course, I am expecting in the post in the next few days from all of you boxes of grapes, get well soon card, chocolate. You know, if I'm going to dish out the congratulations, you need to dish out the sympathy for me So yeah, I prefer seedless grapes, by the way, if you want to post some seedless grapes to me. Red or green, doesn't matter, I'm fine with either. Yeah, bad timing getting that tattoo, James, but never mind. It says it can affect the ink lines. So yeah, even though you don't imagine that the ink can run, apparently it can a little bit in the first few weeks of getting your new tattoo. So there you go. No sympathy from Jeff Partridge. If you're well enough to run, he doesn't deserve sympathy. Tina Beard says, I told you not to run. What else do you want? God, there's no pleasing you lot. Do my best. Turn up. Fresh out of my sick bed. What do I get? Abuse. Just abuse. Right, we're nearly at 10k. Look, 30 seconds and we'll hit 10k. And then, look, we've only got 20 minutes or so. We may as well finish it off. So we are going to be here for the duration. But then I think I will take the weekend off. And Monday. Well, I'm running outdoors on Monday, so there'll be no live stream from now until Tuesday. And we will do Tour of Zwift on Tuesday evening. Film My Run 500 Tuesday morning. Tour of Zwift Tuesday evening. So have a great weekend, everyone, and I'll see you on Tuesday. 10k done. 10 kilometres completed for what should be the Yellow Beacon group. And we're at the top of Box Hill. Yeah, the only time to get a tattoo is after you've finished a marathon and you're at rest period. There's the top of Box Hill. Beautiful view from the top of Box Hill there. Last time I was up there, I was just 25 miles into a 100-mile race. I forgot to put myself as the leader for today. Tina suggests, just don't get a tattoo. That solves that problem. Yeah, I would be divorced if I got a tattoo, that's for sure. I am definitely not allowed to get a tattoo. Whereas Lee Walker says, the only time to get a tattoo is after you finish your marathon, and that would be a tattoo of your marathon time. Nice one, Lee. Tina, have you finished? You and Seb finished doing your intervals now? Is that it? Tina says, we finished that an hour ago. Well, that shows how much attention I'm paying. That shows how much attention I'm paying. Jeff Partridge says it wouldn't be an Iron Man tattoo for Stephen because he's never finished an Iron Man. Never started an Iron Man, to be honest. I started I've started a full distance triathlon, but never an actual Ironman. Lee Walker says we should take bets on Stephen's coffee break times. No, it's basically every 15 minutes. So I've got another one in about 4.5 minutes. 20 minutes left. Just under 20 minutes left of our medium long run this Friday evening here on the Zwift Run channel. Every Friday we'll be doing this for the next 3 months. Just over 3 months. Tina says, ouch, Jeff. Yeah. Below the belt that was, wasn't it? Harsh. I am sweating quite a lot, but I have got my jumper on still. The only reason I didn't finish it, Jeff, is because I'm rubbish on the bike. Is that not a good enough excuse? I am crap on the bike. At 13.1 degrees here in shed quarters, 13.1. Lee likes the idea of having coffee mid-run. He says, I'm going to text the wife to get her to bring one out. James Hodge says, I'm revelling at 54. I don't want to know any more than that, James. Jeff Partridge, because I didn't finish my one and only full distance triathlon because I'm rubbish on the bike. Jeff says, you mean you're not a well-rounded athlete? You could say that. To be honest, I used to think I was quite a good swimmer as well. But when I started doing triathlons, I realised I'm really quite an average swimmer, not good at all. I can swim. I can swim okay, quite good. I used to be good when I was younger, but I'm decidedly average as a swimmer as well. So yes, definitely not a well-rounded athlete. Basically just a runner, and only an okay runner at that as well. 11 kilometres up. We've got 2.5k to go in 17 minutes of running left here. Really good work. It's very, very encouraging to see so many people keen to do an hour and a half of running on Zwift. You ask the average person about running for an hour and a half on the treadmill, and they would probably say you were mad and that they couldn't stand more than 10 or 15 minutes on the treadmill. So, you guys are a different breed. And very few people would be able or willing to run for an hour and a half on the treadmill. Thank you for joining. Appreciate it. Theo Heldon's heart rate is 118. Seb's heart rate is 133. Tina's heart rate 128. My heart rate 138. That's a bit high, isn't it? I suppose. To be expected. 119 for Paul Hayward. Lee Walker says, people thought I was bonkers when I did 20 miles plus at the peak of my marathon training. Are you talking about on the treadmill, yeah? Yeah, we should try and one day I'd like to do a 50k on the treadmill. That'd be good. I mean, I know we've done further than that, but we haven't done a long distance on the treadmill for a while. So I would like to do a 50k. Tina says, thank you, Tina. She says, to be fair, Stephen, you and Zwift have much more to do with that. Yeah, well, like I said earlier, it does help, doesn't it? It does help to run with people. So when you're on the treadmill, it can be a bit boring, it can be a bit lonely. Zwift just helps to make it a bit more social, a bit more interesting. Christoph apparently is doing 80k in March, says Jackie, on the treadmill. Christoph Hermans, that will be. Another regular on Zwift who we know and love very well. Jonathan Perkins says 50k would be great. You could probably PB at the distance as well on the treadmill, yes. James Hodges rebelling at 54, getting a tattoo. Right, makes sense now, yes. Rebelling, getting is that your first tattoo then? Or are you just adding to it? At the age of 54, getting yet another tattoo when you should be wearing a tartan blanket and sitting on the sofa. Laurie says, when she was a newbie last year on Zwift, she thought the banter was funny and crazy. And that's what keeps us going, isn't it? The stupidity of our chat, half the time, is what keeps us going on Zwift. I've missed my stop. I'm going to stop now. When we get to 13 minutes to go, I'm going to have another little sip. Steve Main has a backyard ultra in May. He's hoping to get 100 kilometres. That'd be awesome. Tina says, my last... Oh no, hang on a minute. Sebastian says, Tina, my last long treadmill run was on the 25th of April. Paris Marathon Training, 18 kilometres. So yeah, and I think I'm probably about the same, Sebastian. I haven't really done a long run on the treadmill for ages. And, you know, in the past we've done plenty of marathons. We've done 100 miles on the treadmill before. So we need to get back to doing some long runs, don't we? Tina says that hers was a few weeks ago. She did 17k. Well done, Tina. So that's, just over 10 miles on the treadmill for Tina not long ago. Laurie says, it makes the time fly so quickly. And James says, time has flown by with this great group. Thank you. Yeah, it's good. It's good to chat. And we have just over 11 minutes remaining of our Brighton Marathon Training long run, or medium long run. The idea of calling it a medium long run is that really what I want you to do, if you are training for a marathon, what I need you to do is go out on Sunday and do a long run on a Sunday, a proper long run on a Sunday. When I say a long run, I want you to be out for 2 hours, even 3 hours on a Sunday morning or whenever you feel is best, and just do some long, slow mileage. Doesn't have to be every Sunday. You can take breaks. A lot of people do that. They'll run long 1 week and then do a shorter run the next week, then run long again the week after. Jeff Partridge says, was our 100 miler in 2020 or 2021? Tina says 2021, so yeah, I'm inclined to believe Tina, 2021. So that's 3 years ago now. 3 years ago. Wow. Time for another one, isn't it? I am going to definitely do fewer 100 milers this year, so, well, maybe not any, so we'll see about doing something on the treadmill. James Hodge says it's about 20 years since the last one. Jonathan Perkin would love to go for a sub 5 hour 50k. His current PB was at the Hurtwood 50k. He says it was pretty hilly. So a 50k on the treadmill, nice and flat, sub 5 hours would be awesome. Yeah, I can see that. We could try for that. Let's wait till we're a bit fitter, shall we? Let's get these 3 months of hard work out of the way, and we'll look at doing something towards the beginning of the summer, May time, May or June, something like that. Early May would be good for me, because that'd be good training for my Cape Wrath Ultra, which I'm doing at the end of May. Jeff Partridge is suggesting 50k at the end of June in time for Lakeland. North Downs Way 50 in May. Okay, well that's a possibility as well. I'm really hoping I am sweating this virus out. 8 minutes to go. And just over a kilometre remaining of our first Brighton Marathon Training long run. Medium long run. Carol Rushworth is doing 55k around May the 2nd for her 55th birthday. That's just like my friend Tim. Tim Gross did that for his 55th birthday, 55k. He is planning on doing 60k for his 60th birthday in a couple of years. Tina says, I'll join you for some of that, Carol. And yeah, I think I could be persuaded to join you for some of that, Carol, as well. Steve Main says he's fallen in love with trail races. Sebastian says, I like trail races too, Steve. Steve says, 7 minutes left, everyone. Great running. Absolutely. What a fantastic start to our weekly sessions, guys. Thank you so much for dragging me along with you today. When you feel ready, go and do your longer runs outside on Sundays. Oh yes, this is much more fun than work, Steve. Amy says, well done, everyone. So we're just coming down to the bottom of the hill here as well. Heading back towards London. Jonathan says, cheers all, the time has flown as always. Tina, I don't know if you all know this, but Tina Beard's treadmill, believe it or not, is in her shower room. So she made her husband have his shower at 5 p.m. so that she could do this run. Now that is dedication. Thank you, Tina. Lee says, I liked this route. Yeah, well, Well, the plan is at the moment that we do this route every week. If people get bored of it, we can change it. But seeing as there is no Brighton course on Zwift, I thought we would choose London. And yeah, we can do this route every week, or we can change it up and do a different route in London. Have an awesome weekend, everyone. Run on, says Steve Main. Jackie says, get well soon, Stephen. Thank you so much, Jackie. At least somebody's giving me a bit of sympathy. Yeah, of course, the North Downs Way. We've been running on the North Downs Way today, which are Jonathan's local trails. "13 kilometres done, 500 metres to go, 3 minutes." Michael says, thank you all. Congratulations to Paul on his 9,000 kilometres and Happy New Year to everyone. Thank you, Michael Hasser. So we've had the USA represented with Yoko and Laurie. We've had Norway with Niels. The Netherlands from Jackie. Steve Mains in Canada. Sebastian and Michael in Germany. Paul Hayward, Jonathan, Neil, James, Tina, Amy in the UK. And everyone else, thank you for joining. Thanks for the entertainment, as usual, says Sebastian. I'm not sure it was entertainment as just desperation dragging myself through. We made it though, we've done it. 2 minutes to go. Laurie's going to carry on for another 10 or 15 minutes if anyone wants to join her. Good on you, Laurie, well done. Tina's suggesting I don't go to parkrun and that I stay in bed and rest. I know, but if I go to parkrun, that'll be 225, so only 25 to go to get my 250 t-shirt. So I'm quite keen to go if I can. I mean, I could walk it, couldn't I? Laurie wants to get to 10k. Go for it, Laurie. Or Jeff Partridge says, if you go to parkrun, why not do some volunteering for a change? Good point. I am ill, Tina. Well, all right then. Let me see how I am in the morning. Let me see how I am in the morning. Oh yeah, Carol wants to know, Tina, have you got your real life pack top yet? Looks like we're going to finish this run in the tube tunnel. Thank you so much for joining, everyone. I will see you on Tuesday, hopefully. Have a great weekend. 13.5 kilometres done. Brighton Marathon Training session done. Well done, everybody. Good work. Right. I'm going to go in the shower. Jeff says, have a good weekend, everybody. Yeah. Have a great weekend. Like I say, I won't be on. I almost certainly won't be on this weekend. I was thinking about doing a Tour de Zwift tomorrow, but if I'm not very well, I'm not going to do it. So I'll see you on Tuesday. Remember, on Monday now, I'm going to do track outdoors on a Monday. So I won't be on Monday for the community run. But from Tuesday, I'll be back. Lee Walker says, get an early night, Stephen. Carol says, see you all soon. Bye-bye from Tina. James says, fabulous, thank you. Cheers, guys. And yeah, we'll be back with the Film My Run 500 on Tuesday morning. And then Tuesday evening, we will definitely do a tour of Zwift event. Probably the 6 o'clock one on Tuesday, I imagine. Amy Green says, great running, everybody. Well done. Yeah, thank you so much. Right, I am off. Look after yourselves, everyone. Have a great weekend. And thank you so much once again for joining me. Appreciate your company. Really, really helped me through today. In all seriousness, I'm not well, and I'm glad that I did that, though. So thank you. Take care, everyone. See you Tuesday. Bye-bye.